Hey, this is Darren, Criss.
And Chuck, Criss.
And this is our Ask Anything Chat. We're going to answer some fan questions that were sent in, especially for us. And they're really, really good. I'm really looking forward to this.
Yes.
Chuck, start us out.
So Maggie from Dallas, she said, how did you start computer games?
With our bare hands.
With our bare hands and our bare brains.
Yes.
It's probably, the idea of it has existed since we were teenagers, not that it was called computer games when we were teenagers, but there was basically a time in our lives where we realized that we'd done all these other things and never got around to actually starting a band together. So
it kind of started because we were getting older and going, wow, life is short, we have to do this. And we had all these great songs. I mean, I was on the verge of putting out some solo music, and so I was writing some stuff with Chuck, and I realized, you know what, these are our songs. We should just do that. Let's start a band. So here we are, computer games. Those are the songs that are out.
Here we are. Kendra from Norfolk, she asked, in what order would you rank the following cereals in the Darren and Chuck breakfast table?
And
there's 5 options.
There's 5. Corn Flakes, Frosted Mini Wheats, Lucky Charms, Raisin Bran, and Captain Crunch. Now, is this the breakfast table? Presumably when we were kids. Because college, they were all there, because that's what you do when you're in college, because you steal them from the
I would say my number one,
cafeteria.
and it's not on this list, and I don't even think it exists anymore, but it was the Rice Krispie Treats cereal.
Man, yeah, that was...
Where it was basically just a gigantic Rice Krispie Treats they put in the cereal box, and they just
chopped it up, and they put it in a bowl. It's like the worst thing you could possibly feed a child.
So good.
So good.
But I would say of this list, my number one is Lucky Charms.
Well, we didn't actually eat sugary cereal growing up. We never actually had Lucky Charms. If we did, it was sort of a renegade move where we somehow snuck it into the, when we were on road trips and Mom and Dad would have those mini packs.
Those were amazing.
That would have them. It was our chance to eat some Lucky Charms.
Well, I was obsessed with Cheerios too.
Yeah, Cheerios were
and we had
staple.
Cheerios T-shirts. I used to collect the coupons.
Yeah, we were really into those. And the thing was mine was Honey Nut, and then Chuck was just straight up, and then my actual Darren cereal was apple cinnamon Cheerios.
Okay,
so ride or die. We didn't answer the question because they weren't even on there. But so I would say for me, Raisin Bran, and then I didn't really eat the other ones.
I love Lucky Charms. That's my top, and then the rest is a tie.
Captain Crunch is so good after a night out.
Jerry from Portland asked, do people ever think that your dad is Peter Criss from the band Kiss?
Yes.
Same spelling.
It's crazy. I love it. It usually, I think some of the younger folks don't ask that because they don't know. I'm assuming, Jerry, you're a younger person that is just super hip to music. Peter Criss is the drummer of the Cat from Kiss. His actual, I looked it up, his real name, it's a truncated name, sort of an Ellis Allen situation where his name was Peter, it was Greek, it was Peter Christostopoulos.
You know who else is like that? Is Criss Angel.
Yeah, Criss, same thing.
The magician.
Yeah, we're actually
Criss.
Criss is our actual real last name, so we're not related to Peter Criss. But people ask that.
So both of them wanted to change their names to sound like us.
Because they first for flight status or whatever we have. But when people ask me that, I go, depends. Why? Does that get us into the bar? All right. Maureen from East Orange asks, if your tour bus pulled up to a 7-Eleven, what would be the first 5 things you would buy? This is important because if we say something and we have particular people that come to our show that
they're gonna bring those
to regale us, and I'm flattering ourselves here, but should that happen, we got to be very careful because if we say something stupid, they might show up.
So we want to get the good stuff.
The good stuff.
I remember when I used to tour a lot and we pull in those 7-Eleven or a convenience store. I was just so excited to get up and move my legs. I would just walk around aimlessly.
Just do laps around
and
the aisles.
soak up the vibe of candy bars.
The beautiful paradise
and beef jerky.
7-Eleven, yeah.
And not actually buy anything. And then it's we'd be late for something, and it's where's Chuck? He's just wandering around.
Just basking in the glow of Reese's Pieces.
I guess my top 5, I would do beef jerky.
Yeah, that's some road food.
Because it's for road food.
Wait, this is between both of us, so we got to suss this out now. This is our tour situation.
I want to have jerky, and I love payday bars.
Payday bars?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you do like payday bars.
The peanuts with the caramel.
See, I'm way healthier. We crushed the peanut butter Cliff bars
Yeah, those are good.
important. Those are good snacks. I always do some gum. Gum's important.
And maybe one of those sweaty hot dogs that just slowly die.
Yeah, like they're just like terrified. They're just like sweating for dear life.
All right, so that's what's going to be brought to every
I wouldn't
show.
actually get those hot dogs, so don't do that.
Could you both take a step to your left?
Yeah.
Yeah, we got it.
Sorry, we were
No, that's
wandering.
not- yeah,
We were wandering around fake 7-Eleven. Just the,
Yeah.
Sharon from St. Louis asked, "Do the two of you have nicknames for each other?"
Well, Chuck's real name is Charles,
That's true.
and you were Charles until high school.
Yeah, and then I went to school with a couple other Charleses, so we all had to like pick our sorting hat.
Yeah,
And then
Chuck.
I
That's
went
what he
with Chuck.
proclaimed you when you walked into
Yeah.
high school. Yeah, you came home one day and you're like, I'm Chuck now. I was like, what? All right. But now we never look back. I don't really have any.
I don't.
You
I
have
mean,
nicknames for me.
I just call you Darren.
Yeah, it's Darren. My friends have nicknames
Or
for me, but
brother. Like,
Broheim.
yeah.
Christina from Rock Island. Darren, when you worked on Glee, was the catering so awesome that you ate all of your meals there? What food was usually available? With no disrespect to the catering from Glee, because they'll come and kill me because those are some homies of mine. The weird thing about working on a television gig is that when you're not working, when you're an unemployed actor, you're like trying to get in shape. You're like, yeah, I'm gonna get that part. I'm gonna look good. It's gonna be awesome. And then you get that job and you eat just constant trash. You eat like a total schlub because it's not just catering. This is a magical word. If you've heard of it, crafty. It's like donuts, and it's just bountiful, endless supplies of junk food. So basically, you're just eating so terribly on top of the catering that I was like probably arguably in the worst shape of my life during that show.
That's
and that's
all
when
I
they'd be like,
remember,
take
yeah.
over show, be like, all right, well, if you're into this. And it looks so bad, it looks so stupid.
I mean, that's all I remember from when you filmed was eating all that.
Yeah, all the food.
All that stuff.
Catering was pretty good. I usually
Yeah.
would go off campus, so to speak.